Namaskar.
Your name?
My name is Acharya Sarvabodhananda Avt.
And tell us, Dada, how you became involved with the Nanda Marga and initiation.
When I entered university, I met a professor, Dr. Perry Lim. And from the beginning, he encourages me to learn meditation. But for 2 years, I said, no, I have no time. Then, after 2 years, I became his student. And our class is 2 hours, but he takes about 20 minutes or 15 minutes to tell his experiences about his guru. And so in the beginning, we did not like many students, but after a while, we loved the class, his class. Then one day, I came a little bit late, so I sat at the back. He started talking about called the cycle of creation. And then at one point, he said, yoga says that na swarga, na rasatala. Then he explained, he said that there is no heaven and there is no hell. That heaven and hell is just a state of mind. And if your mind is pure, clear, happy, then you are in heaven. And if your mind is full of problems, full of confusion, pain, then you are in hell. And his words really strike deep inside me, that tears started to flow. I could not control, and luckily I was staying at the back, so nobody could see me. And I wanted to go outside the building and shout, I am free, I'm free, I'm free. It dawned to me that I have been going to different churches looking for answer to my question, whether there is hell or this heaven. And I found that I was so restricted on my expression because I have this fear that if I make a mistake, I will be thrown into hell. Then this man said that there is no hell and there is no heaven. So I became so happy. You cannot imagine how happy I was. For many days, like I was floating, walking on the air. Then I decided that now I will do what I want to do. So one day, I wanted to do what I want to do. Just before doing it, suddenly this smiling face appeared at the back of my head. Then I was wondering, what is this? Who is this? And anyway, I did not do what I want to do. So after a few weeks, again, I decided I wanted to do what I want to do. Then the same smiling face appeared at the back of my head. Like say, hey, what are you doing? Just like a mother or a father caught the child, doing something naughty. I said, hey, what are you doing? Then I started thinking, what is this? Oh, maybe my teacher, my professor told me that his guru sees everything, knows everything. You cannot hide from the guru. Maybe this is the guru. So again, I could not do what I want to do. Then, the third time, I was determined that I want to do what I want to do. Then again, the same smiling face appeared And then I challenged him. I said, I don't think you will appear physically before me to stop me from what I'm doing. Suddenly, the image disappeared, and my desire disappeared, and I forgot completely everything. I became normal. So, I forgot about it. Then, after a month or so, my professor said, you know, my guru is coming. Would you like to see him? I said, sure. Give me the details of the arrival. So he gave me. That day, I took a taxi to the airport. Then when I arrived there, where are the people? Where is my professor? Nobody's here. And then after a few minutes, my professor arrived. He said, where is Baba? Where is Baba? He was running all around. Then finally, he went to the desk, information desk, and he found out that the plane arrived earlier. And so he called the place where Baba was staying, and Baba was already there. So he grabbed my my hand and said, come with me, come with me. So we went there, and when we arrived there, so there was, of course, there was a gate. You know, he entered, and then when I was going to enter, a guard, you know, where is your gate pass? Oh, gate pass. Then he came back and said, no, he's initiated, it's okay. Come with me. So I entered. And then already in the Vishokananda, Baba's PA, who came with him, already there explaining why they came late, or they arrived earlier, you know.
What year is this?
In 1969. 1969. Yeah. Then he.
And this is in the Philippines?
Yeah, it is in the Philippines. And then I said, is that your guru? He said, no. The guru is resting in his room. So then he said that all of you, so there were already, many of my classmates, schoolmates were already initiated, you know. He said, all of you sleep here tonight. Every 2 hours, there will be 2 persons assigned to meditate outside Baba's door, you know. And so some of us went at the back of the house, at the lawn, to sleep there. But one brother, he was climbing a tree, and he was telling, Baba is there, the Guru is there. He could see from the crack of the curtain or the window. And there was a tree also in front of me. So I started to climb the tree. But I felt somebody's pulling my legs. But I looked, there was nobody. So I was thinking, oh, my professor told me that if you are not initiated, you cannot see the Guru. So I stopped climbing. Then early in the morning, say around 4 o'clock, I went inside the house and told my friend who was, there were 2, my classmates who were sitting there by the Baba's door. Then I told the other one, go, do your meditation, I'll sit there. So I was sitting there. I wanted to when Baba comes out, at least I will see him, you know. So I was just sitting there, including the other brother. And then after a while, in the morning, I saw that only the servants were around. So I asked one of them, I said, where are the others? He said, oh, they have gone to the university already. Baba was giving a talk at the university, at DMC. And, well, I'm not initiated. I was thinking I'm not initiated, so I cannot see the Guru. So I went home, including the other brother, he went home and I went home. And I never bothered going to see Baba, And so then, after a few months, Bimalananda, Acharya Bimalananda, who was posted in the Philippines, he was going to be transferred to New York sector, And then one of my classmates said, come, get initiated. So I went and got initiated by Dada Bimalananda, the old Bimalananda. And then, so I got initiated, and I just did my, my instructions. Then after a few months, then there was celebration of Baba's birthday. And so we were celebrating in the boat of a fishing boat, 2 fishing boats of Dr. Pastoral, whose business was fishing. So anyway, then after 2 years of sadhana, one day I felt like isolated, I felt that I have a problem. So I was listening to others. They also have problems, So anyway, there was one Marbi brother who was a lawyer, elder person. He was a lawyer, but he quit his work and became LFT. And he was staying at the Jagriti. So one day I asked him, brother, I think I have a problem. And he said, when I have a problem, I just do meditation. And then somehow the solution comes. So I said, okay. So one day I did meditation. But at that time, the meditation was like 20 minutes. Then after 20 minutes, my legs started to get hard, but there is no solution occurred. So I wanted to get up. But then suddenly, as I was about to get up, then I heard a voice saying, why don't you become a Dada? And I opened my eyes, but there was no around, So again I sat down. And then again my legs started to hurt, so I decided to get up. But just before getting up, again the same voice. So then after a month or so, Dada Sumitananda arrived. He was replacing this Vimalananda. And I went to him. I said, Dada, I want to become like you. But don't tell anybody yet. I will go when I finish my study. Then, when I graduated, I told Dada, I want to go. He said, no, don't go training. In India it's very, very difficult. In the training center, hardly any food, and most of the trainees are very sick, almost dying, don't go. I said, anybody died? He said, no. I said, I go. So I went to, I decided after getting all my documents, so I said, Dada, I'm ready. And so another of my schoolmates, Dada Rudranath and Jitendra, also came with me. So we went to training center. Then when we arrived in Delhi, we took a bus to the old Delhi new station, train station, to go to Patna. When I saw so many people sleeping by the roadside, Wow. I thought, wow, this is a great place for for training. Then, as we arrived in Patna, immediately they said, no, all of you proceed to the station and go to Varanasi and wait for the call to come back. Because that day or the day before, Baba was arrested. I was taken to Baksar jail to question. Baksar jail, I think.
Bankipur jail? Bankipur? No?
The first place that Baba was taken,
okay.
For questioning. And so they said, directly go to the station, take a train, and because the police are coming early in the morning to looking for foreigners. So without putting our luggage, we were taken to the train station. And that time, there were three types of train in India. First class, second class, and third class. And workers are only allowed the third class train. In third class train, all the poor people, beggars, So by the time we arrived in there in Varanasi, I ended up in the toilet. So many people pushing. Then when I arrived in the training center, I saw trainees cooking their roti, the bread, in the cow-dung, Wow! I was thinking a new thing, So I was, wow, this is going to be fantastic training I'm going through. So anyway, so the training is supposed to be difficult. I never felt any difficulty. Then after a week or so, because we cannot be accepted as a trainee unless we have personal contact with Baba, So they called us. So Dada Sumitananda, one Dada accompanied us to Patna from Varanasi, and Dada told us that you have to memorize Supreme Command, Sankachan, all these things, because Baba may ask you. And so I was very happy that, because before going to India, I heard so many stories that Baba is God, So I was thinking, wow, I'm going to see God. So I'm going to say, remember Jesus Christ, there is a light around his head, right? So I was so happy that, wow, I'm going to see God. Then, so I prepared some question I wanted to ask. You know. So when we arrived there in Patna, so in the morning, we lined up for PC. And so I was the last one. And they told us that when you enter the room, do Sastang Pranam. You know. So when it was my turn, I just did Sastang Pranam without looking, right? So I was doing Sastang Pranam, and then I was thinking, now I will see God. So slowly I lifted my head and opened my eyes. But where is God? I saw on the cot, on the bed, sitting, an old person. So I closed my eyes. I said, maybe I'm in the wrong room. So I closed my eyes again. Then I heard the most loving sound I ever heard. Come, come, my little boy, come. And I was like a robot, you know. I just stood up and moved towards where the sound coming from. And I completely forgot everything. There was only the sound in my movement. Then, come, 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 my little boy, come, come. Then I went closer, come closer, come closer. And I stood up in front of Baba. And Baba said, how come it took you so long to respond to my calls? Calls? How? You never called me. I was just thinking like that in my mind, you know. And I think Baba saw my perplexity. Then he changed the question and said, what is your name? Then I said my name. Then he said, who is your father? So I said my father's name. Then again he asked, who is your father? Again I said my name, my father's name. Again Baba asked the third time. I was so irritated, my teeth will start to grind. You know, in the Philippines when you get so pissed down. I said, bah, you are too much, you know, something like that. So I said, bah. Baba came out of my mouth, you know. And Baba smiled, yes, Baba is your father. I was so relieved, you know. And Baba, both of us smiled, you know. And I embraced Baba. I felt, wow, now we can get along very well, you know. So then Baba started telling me, remember the pain in your back? Yes, Baba. You know, Baba said, because you did not utilize your body properly. And then Baba started telling about me when I was born. And I said, yes, Baba, yes, Dada, yes, Baba, yes, Dada. And then I realized that it's Baba, you know, so I corrected myself, and Baba just smiled, you know. So, Baba is just, I was, and Baba said, you're a good boy, but you did many mistakes, you know. Are you ready for punishment? I said, yes, Baba. And Baba said, okay, lift your shirt. Lifted my shirt. And Baba took a stick, under his pillow and started to bring the stick high, And so I closed my eyes. But the beating did not come, only the touch that my side, and Baba said, how can I punish my little boy? And there was it, then, so I went to training, Varanasi, but that was also the time where the internal problem started in Ananda Marga.
What year?
1971.
71.
Yeah. I heard Baba's wife or all this thing. So anyway, so in the training, hardly any. There was no lecture, there was no class. Only one, that when we arrived, there was, we gave us information, all this thing, how we will sleep, So there was hardly any class at all. So we have to learn by ourselves. So anyway, after 3 months or so, that time there was every week there was exam every week. Somebody from center come for examination, to conduct examination. And so every week somebody is passing, And so in the training center there were 6 or 7 of us from Philippines. There was me, there was Jitendra or Sarvabodhananda, there was Rudranath or Sudindra, his changed name, and there was another 3 brothers, Lito Mesa, and there were 6 of us. Mahesh Putinciano and Sisir. Sisir was only 16 years old that time. And so Satisonanda passed, Sisir passed, Rudranath passed, I passed, every week, 1 week gap. And the 3 others, Mahesh, remained in the training center for a while. Then, when I finished, I went to Patna. And so, I arrived in Patna. Before I finished my training, my visa was expiring. So I went to Patna to extend my visa. When I went to the immigration office, they were asking for money, and visa is free. So, but I didn't have money, so I was very disappointed, and so I left, and then I took a rickshaw, because at 11 o'clock Baba was coming to give darshan at the Jagriti in Patna. So I took a rickshaw. Then while I was in the rickshaw, I was very upset, Why, this asking money for visa? Is this part of, I came to India to get liberation? Is this bribing part of this getting liberation? So then in my mind I said, oh, maybe I should ask Baba, what is the shortcut to liberation? So when we arrived at the Jagriti was already full of Margis. So I started inching, to get in. Then Baba started talking. Baba was talking about two types of yogis in India. Baba said that there is the sadhus, one type of yogi, the sadhu. The sadhu, they live a pure life. They wear white clothes, and white represents purity. Baba said, this sadhu, they are very good, they are pure, they don't harm anybody, but they don't do service. Baba said. Then there is another type of yogis, they were called sannyasi. And Baba said, sannyasi, they wear saffron clothes or orange. No. And Baba said that this sannyasi dedicate their life to serve humanity. But these sannyasis, referring to the sannyasis in India, they come to embrace sannyasi life because there is the promise of liberation. Just like the people, they go to church because there is the promise of heaven. Without heaven, they will not go to the church. Similarly, these sannyasis embrace sannyasi life because there is the promise of liberation. Then Baba become very serious. He said, but you, my margis, my workers, you don't have to bother your mind thinking of how to get liberation. Because if you only understood, memorize the supreme command by your heart, by heart, you know that your liberation is guaranteed and it is in your pocket. Baba said, keep it there. So I was
satisfied.
Yeah, I said, wow. Baba just answered, me without asking. Then, so anyway, after a week or so, I finished my training and graduated in Varanasi, and I went to Patna. And when I arrived in the morning, I went directly to the brothers' quarter, Dada's quarter. And then the other trainees who passed before me, they were very happy and said, hey, they were telling me, we are meeting Baba twice a day, In the morning, Baba is asking about philosophy, languages, and especially 16 points. Baba was introducing the 16 points. But in the evening, this is just a very fathers and sons night, Baba is very kind, very, very loving. He will just sit in there and everybody surround Baba and massaging his hands, his feet, his back. So I was, they were very happy that I have arrived. So after my bath in sadhana, I went to the central office to tell Dada Pranabhadandaji that I have come from training center. He was the central office secretary. So I went there to report, and Dada said, okay, tomorrow you have to go and ask Baba for your name, because that time only Baba can give name. Then I remember Dada is telling that Baba asked questions, Baba philosophy about languages, I was thinking, what if I could not answer, it would be very shameful, So I thought, hey Dada, can you just ask Baba my name and give it to me? And Dada was surprised. No, you have to go and ask Baba personally. So next day, I went to have a PC with Baba, and so I was the last one, so I did my sadhan pranam, and I was a bit worried that Baba will ask me a question. And then Baba said, come a little, come closer, and Baba said, don't you worry. And my words, I forgot. So Baba, after I embraced Baba, and then Baba said, okay, sit. I stand in front of me. So I stood up, and Baba was looking up and down, like in the, he was doing X-ray of my entire existence. And Baba said, you have a very good health, Baba said. Can I expect maximum physical service from you? Then, I shouted, yes, Baba! I was worried that how could I do Baba's work? I don't know anything about the philosophy. How can I propagate Baba's mission? So I was worried. But then Baba gave me this alternative, So I was so happy. I said, yes, Baba, yes, Baba. Baba said, yes. Keep your good health because you will be traveling a lot, Baba said. And then Baba blessed me, and then Baba said, okay, come, let's go out. The markets are waiting now. So Baba took my hand and led me, And Baba opened the door, and then he came out and I followed Baba. Baba sat on the couch in the bed, and so I sat in front of Baba. The whole room was full of marriages already. So mentally, I bowed down and I told Baba, Baba, I'm very sorry. I have nothing to offer you. In the training center, I tried to do a lot of kiirtan, but I don't know, Baba, until now, I don't feel any devotion. So I just bowed down. And Baba was doing like this, looking to the markets. Baba said, one of my little boys is thinking like this. Oh, Baba, I have been doing a lot of kiirtan, but no devotion. And Baba said, you don't need to worry about devotion. The seed of devotion is already in your heart, Baba said. Now, what happened? Because of lot of your samskara, negative samskaras, you are not able to feel the flow of devotion. So what you have to do maximum sadhana, maximum service, so that all those negative devotion gets exhausted. Negative samskaras get exhausted. And then you will feel the spontaneous flow of devotion. And then I was so blessed out. That was my second PC with Baba.
Thank you, Dadaji. Very inspiring.